Hello, geeks and gamers. What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another live stream, Geeks and Gamers Daily, and I'm running the show by myself. Ryan is fired because this Brie Larson obsession that he's on, I can't deal with it anymore. He got really mad because I shared Brie Larson's feet on D-Day Cobra Cast last night. He got really upset with me because I basically got a bunch of $100 super chats so that we could make fun of Brie Larson's tweet. Something has changed with him ever since this whole thing with her liking his tweet. I don't know what's going on there, but he seems to think that he's got a shot, and he gets really upset when we roast Brie Larson. He seems to think he has to, I don't know, stand up for her honor, and I'm just tired of it. So I'm done with that. We're going old school Geeks and Gamers today. It's a solo stream, me and you, all of you lovely people. But in all seriousness, Ryan's got we think he may have food poisoning. So but I need him for Tuesday night's main event tonight, so I need him to rest. So he put together the whole stream today, but we're here, we're rolling, and it's going to be awesome. So we got the 5-minute countdown. Did you guys enjoy that? Jay Hailstorm put that together. And we got some news to talk about, whether it's Shazam flopping, whether it's Marvel distracting from all of the bad news that they have going on, or we have Star Wars announcements. That's right. And there's another topic I want to talk about with Chris Pratt and something he said about the Mario movie. But how's everybody doing today? I saw Bashy Washy. I saw For the Emperor. I see Ruthie. We got Joe Bob Purdue. What's up, Joe Bob Purdue? Let's see, Mr. Batsu, Reaper, Ash Fuller, Sailor Mercury. I love seeing all of you in the chat, and I love this show. The countdowns are annoying. Yeah, I get it, but it's like, because this show just kind of starts out so quickly, that's the reason that I feel like we should have a countdown so that we can give people time to get in here. And but I do have some help that's going to be backstage. Would you guys like to say hello to our help? We have My Nerdy Home, and we
Good
have
morning.
Krista Nova. Hello.
Hi.
How are you ladies doing today?
Good, thank you.
All right, so we got the ladies here. Ryan's in the chat, says pizza betrayed me. So yeah, you know it's bad if Ryan's not here. But shout out to Ryan.
7-Eleven pizza.
So that's chat. I need you to speculate on what type of pizza Ryan ate that has made him so sick. You guys let me know what you think about that. But you guys go ahead and mute while you're here because you're in the call, but you're going to be able to share articles with me and stuff like that. So whenever I ask you to share something, just put it down there below, and then I'll be able to share the screen. Floor pizza, pineapple pizza, anchovy pizza. What in the heck? I saw this. Let's see. Food poisoning is pretty gay, Ryan. It is. It was Domino's. So Ryan is exposing Domino's. This is what happens when you eat 4-day-old pizza, Ryan. That's what happens. It's not my fault. So, all right. So we need to go ahead and get this party started. We made you wait 5 minutes. And the first thing I want to talk about is this news out of Star Wars, because we're getting 3 new movies apparently. This is what the report is. Well, Star Wars Celebration coming up very soon. We're getting 3 new Star Wars movies. That's right, 3. Are you excited for new Star Wars? Are you clapping? Are you so excited? Are you happy to see puppets? Are you happy to see practical effects? Are you happy? Are you happy to see AT-ATs? Are you happy? Because that's what they want you to be happy about. Because Star Wars is a disaster. We all know that. And so, no Patty Jenkins. You don't want Patty Jenkins directing your next Star Wars movie? You don't want that? Really? But she was the hottest ticket in town, ladies and gentlemen. So, Krista, Steph, if you guys can pull up that Star Wars article, there we go right here. So, we have 3 new Star Wars movies rumored. And are you serious? Like, come on, give me a break. Scroll down a little bit and let's read this article. You girls are going to have to be in the call, I think. No, you're not. Okay. So according to a fresh rumor, more than one Star Wars film could be announced quite soon. Now, I think this is going to cement the fact that the fans were right. This is going to cement the fact that all the fans have been right, because what's going to happen here, once you actually get whatever these films are, And once they start getting into production, you're going to start seeing how the enthusiasm for Star Wars is completely gone. It's irrelevant. No one cares about Star Wars. And we've proven that over and over and over again. Now, I'm going to reiterate something that I've said many, many times. The Force Awakens made $2 billion. Great job. It was always going to make $2 billion. Always. It doesn't matter that I liked the movie. And I did like it. And I stand by the fact that I liked it at the time. Now, after you see The Last Jedi, after you see Rise of Skywalker, after you see everything that they've had going on, it's clear that that movie was fool's gold. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've loved Star Wars my entire life. I'm a big prequel defender. So that movie coming out, I completely got caught up in the hoopla of the moment. That's fine. But the fact that people like John Campea want to give Kathleen Kennedy credit for that movie making $2 billion. He literally gave her credit for that movie making $2 billion. He literally did it on his stream. He's like, you got to give her credit. It made $2 billion. It was always going to make $2 billion. As I've said, not one single human being on the planet decided to go see The Force Awakens because Kathleen Kennedy was the producer. That never happened. So it was always going to make $2 billion. What the question was how are you going to maintain that audience? How are you going to keep them? Now, regardless of how you feel about The Force Awakens, the fact is Star Wars was very healthy pre-Force Awakens and post-Force Awakens. The fandom was there. The enthusiasm was there. The marketing was there. The merchandise was selling. It was very healthy. The Last Jedi came out and it had an extremely strong opening weekend. So that indicates to us that the opportunity was there. But once The Last Jedi came out, everything fell apart. And it was clear that Lucasfilm had no idea what they were doing. They had no clue what they were doing in any way, shape, or form. And so that started to expose them. Then we started to see all the production problems. Then we started to see everything leading up to the Rise of Skywalker. And then we know what happened with that. You lost 50% of your audience, and Star Wars is essentially dead. Now, yes, you had some nice little moments with The Mandalorian, but people just don't care anymore. So it says Lucasfilm has been away from the theatrical game since late 2019, with no big screen movies having hit theaters since the Skywalker saga ended with Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Recent weeks haven't done Lucasfilm any favors either, as reports that both Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibson had left the 2025 Star Wars movie that they were writing together. And while Disney explained that the studio is being very careful in picking the next Star Wars movie, making sure that it's the right one, the fans remain anxious to see when the galaxy far, far away will return to its original home in theaters. No, they're not. People don't care about that. People do not care. But it says right here, scroll down a little bit more. So it says a new rumor dropped by Hollywood insider Jeff Snyder. And again, Jeff Snyder is a pretty valid source. This guy is plugged into the industry. He knows what's going on. So we need to give that credibility right there. On the Hot Mic podcast, claimed that Lucasfilm will take the stage at Star Wars Celebration in London in early April to announce 3 brand new Star Wars films. Would these be Rian Johnson's Star Wars films, the trilogy? Not a movie. Not a movie. We're talking about a trilogy. Rian Johnson in 2017, right before, actually, I guess it was, 2017, right before The Last Jedi came out, it was announced that Rian Johnson was signed on for a trilogy. Rian Johnson has continued to lie over and over and over again about this trilogy, saying that it was in production, that it was happening. He said that over and over again over the years. Yet we're not getting his trilogy because no one likes Rian Johnson. But Lucasfilm has never formally said that he's not doing the trilogy. I know you had the article from Silver Screen or whatever that was. That was a bullshit article. That's not true. They didn't have any exclusive story on Rian Johnson. I know they clickbaited it, and I give them credit for that. They did a good job on the clickbait, but that was not confirmation that Disney has announced that they have moved on from Rian Johnson. It wasn't. Now, the other thing you have to acknowledge is that Benioff and Weiss had a trilogy, and that trilogy is nowhere to be found. This is after the production hell of Star Wars, the Solo a Star Wars story. God, what a fucking terrible name, by the way. Whoever decided to call them a Star Wars story, probably Kathleen Kennedy. I mean, what were they called before? I think they were supposed to be called Star Wars Anthology. which is kind of a cool name. Star Wars Anthology is cool. Star Wars story, like Solo a Star Wars story? No. Like that's terrible. No one wants that. You also have the Acolyte coming out with Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant. You have so many projects that are in the works that no one is even interested in whatsoever. So it says, I am told 3 movies. 3 movies will be announced for Star Wars Celebration. Snyder also mentioned how the movies currently in development under director, whatever that name is, could be decided for Lucasfilm. Could be the decider for Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy. I'm over this. Okay, this is nonsense. This Kathleen Kennedy story is nonsense. I've been saying this for a while. I was on the bandwagon for Kathleen Kennedy getting fired. I kept saying, hey, this is it. She's done. And after The Rise of Skywalker, that was the moment for me where I realized this bitch ain't going nowhere. She's not going anywhere. They're not going to fire her because she knows too much. She knows way too much. She has been a basically a coffee, basically a coffee assistant for the last several years, which she's able to attach her name to iconic franchises like Indiana Jones, like Jurassic Park, whatever. She knows powerful and talented men in the industry, and she's been able to attach her name to their creative projects, and it's made people like John Campion and others seem to think that Kathleen Kennedy is good at what she does. She's not good at what she does. She knows nothing about this world, but she knows all the dirty secrets, so therefore they're not going to fire her. That is a fact. Will Star Wars movies live up to the hype? No, they're not going to live up to the hype. We've already seen this. You had this opportunity. It's gone. It's over. You can stop sharing the screen now. So that's the latest right now with Star Wars, and I just think it's DOA. Can you believe we're at a point in time where Star Wars is DOA? Well, you have pandered to blue-haired weirdos, freaks that put pronouns in their bio. You've pandered to that crowd, and no one cares about your property anymore. And you did that to yourself. We got WD-40 for $2. Food poisoning. Sure, we all know. Hang on, where'd it go? We all know it's AIDS. Mage Demon lost his mind yesterday and said food poisoning. Pretty gay, Ryan. Mage Demon dropped another 100 gifted memberships last night on Mario Kart. Just absolutely psycho. And I love it. And Mage Demon is coming in hot this morning on Geeks and Gamers Daily with 5 more Geeks and Gamers memberships. Appreciate you. Mud says, I'll take Alita Battle Angel too, please. I mean, I liked Alita Battle Angel. I wasn't like as high on it as a lot of people, but I thought it was good. I did enjoy the movie. I definitely enjoyed it. It seemed like it became this big kind of tentpole movie for a lot of people. And I get it. It was a good movie. I very much enjoyed it. So, Mage Demon for 5. Domino's is good, dude. Ryan stopped eating his pizza. Why is Ryan such a little bish? His regular food is food poisoning. Dan Vask sucks. Thank you. I've never really, maybe I've had food poisoning a couple times in my life, but it doesn't stand out. It doesn't stand out at all. Yeah, but like I said, for Ryan is a workhorse. You have no idea. People have no idea how much Ryan does for Geeks and Gamers. It's insane. So hopefully he's there for Tuesday night's main event, because we got a big Tuesday night's main event tonight. It's going to be a banger. So, all right, moving on, we have to talk about Shazam 2. The Shazam 2 box office is bad. It's very, very bad. Dude, it has turned out that Shazam 2's box office is now the worst box office flop for DC. This is so bad. Look, there's a big part of me that feels bad for Zachary Levi. He's a good dude, okay? He's a good guy. I think he's a genuinely good dude. He really is. And so for whatever it's worth, I see him out there trying to justify everything going on in terms of, trying to get people to go see the movie, trying to tell people it's a good movie, telling everybody how much passion went into it and all of that. I get it. But nobody cares about this movie. And I think that this spells a bigger disaster for DC and James Gunn and what they're doing. Right now, you have you have this situation where James Gunn, I don't know why he thought that this was going to work, but I think that moving forward, with how James Gunn has handled these announcements, because I understand that, Black Adam failed, all this stuff, but James Gunn, the way Henry Cavill was treated, the way that you have, look, I'm not a fan of the Snyderverse. Everybody knows this. Spoilers, I know. But the situation with Snyder and the DCEU and the Snyder Cut, and you have that passionate fan base of fans that love Snyder's DCEU for whatever reason. Okay. I'm not even going to sit here and shit all over how terrible those movies are, because the reality of it is you have a strong fan base. They're not strong enough to carry the franchise. Clearly, the general public doesn't give a shit about those movies, but it doesn't matter. DC allowed Snyder to make his trilogy, allowed him to continue on after the garbage known as Man of Steel, and they put themselves in this position. So now you've got that fan base that really wants that vision to be realized, and they want to see more of that vision. Then you have James Gunn coming in, and you have James Gunn essentially going in his own direction, which in isolation isn't a problem. But you've got Henry Cavill at the prime of his career right now, with his popularity being higher than it's ever been. Now, I don't think Henry Cavill is a box office juggernaut, okay? I don't think he's like Tom Cruise or Will Smith back in the 90s or something like that. He doesn't carry like that crossover appeal. He does within our world. The nerd world loves Henry Cavill, rightfully so, but he doesn't take things to another level like someone like Tom Cruise or something like that. He could in the perfect scenario, but the reality of it is he doesn't. So I think a lot of that plays into the Shazam failure. So it's expected to end its theatrical run with $145 to $155 million globally. This is the worst box office ever for a DCEU movie at the worldwide box office. Holy shit. Again, I know it's easy to blame it on a lot of different things, but I feel like the way James Gunn has handled this played a part into this. I never even saw the first Shazam. Okay. I never cared about it. To me, and my whole issue was just the overall DCEU. I don't like a lot of what we've seen over the past, I don't know, 5-10 years from the DC cinematic universe or the DC extended universe or whatever the hell it's called. So on a personal level, I just didn't care. Zachary Levi seems like he's a great guy and all of that. But when you look at what happened with The Rock and his failure, and now you look at this failure, and then you look at how the animosity towards James Gunn and getting rid of Henry Cavill, and the fact that we don't even know if James Gunn is the guy that can make a Superman movie. The stuff with Snyder, and I guess Snyder has his Snyder Con now, so that's going to get that fan base all riled up for over there, so they're not going to be interested in whatever you're doing moving forward. James Gunn has a very, very tough battle ahead of him to actually convince all of these people that you have pushed away, you have pissed off. He's got a tough battle to convince these people to come back and check out these movies, and I don't know if he can do that. I really don't. So time will tell. Either way. Let me see. Michael says, without Ryan, this is just kind of like a Cobra Cast, but without all the Trump talk. Hey, don't tempt me to talk Trump. Can't do it here though. This is on Geeks and Gamers. So, but yeah, so Ryan's not here today. He's not feeling well. But I mean, while we're not going to talk Trump, we're at least going to play this clip right here for Rolo, even though he's not here.
We are also praying for the people of Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. And we also love Puerto Rico.
I had to play it. The extended version of that is fantastic. Cam Man says, please don't make this. This is why Ryan is not here. Okay, let me find it. Hang on. God damn it. Right there. Please don't let this be like last night's Cobra Cast. You showed Bree's feet. I did, and that's why Ryan's mad at me. All right. He seems to think I can't make fun of Bree now because she liked his Fortnite tweet. I don't know. Whatever. Steven Wasick for $10. Imagine going back in time to 1999 and trying to explain Raylos to prequel fans. Holy hell. Also, Solo lost money. Seriously, though, that's been my big problem with, that's been my huge problem with this. I've talked about this many times. I know we've got, a whole new set of people that have found Geeks and Gamers, and I haven't made a lot of Star Wars videos lately, but I want people to think about this. Think about this. I argued with real Star Wars fans about the prequels. And as I've said, even with all of my arguments, and I've always stood up for the prequels, and I always will, because I love the prequels and I love George Lucas and I love his creative vision. I understand there were mistakes made, but I had so many arguments with prequel fans over those movies. When I argued with prequel fans, I argued with when I argued about the prequels, I argued with Star Wars fans. When I argue about Disney Star Wars, I'm arguing with activists. I'm arguing with fucking weirdos that talk about pronouns and representation. They know nothing about Star Wars. They know nothing about it. They don't know. They don't care about it. They don't know anything. They don't have any passion for it. They don't go collect Star Wars toys. They don't have any, nostalgia for Star Wars growing up. They know nothing about it. And I've talked about that many times. It's real easy for a fan to recognize if you're talking to a fan or not. And the people that are into Disney Star Wars, generally speaking, because I'm not saying that there's not any real Star Wars fans that like the sequels, okay? I'm not. I'm saying that they are few and far between. I'm saying the majority of people that like Disney Star Wars, especially the sequel trilogy, are not Star Wars fans. And that's just a reality of the situation. That is a fact. Let's see. Mage Demon. I'm Jeremy. I'm from Alabama, and I love chat almost as much as I love my sister. Damn, I love Alabama and my sister. Don't make this weird. It's a Bama thing. Mage Demon, you can roast me all day long if you're dropping 100 memberships a day or even a $5 super chat. But in fact, you don't even have to give me money to roast me, because the chat is always here as the MVP, and we appreciate that. Yeah, that's true. So the Respawn Star Wars games are the only modern Star Wars that you're attached to. Yeah, I mean, Fallen Order was great, and we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see how the next one is. Respawn, to me, is one of the best game studios there are. So I 100% hear you on that one. Hey, Steph, Krista, if one of you can get that clip that you guys shared on the Geeks and Gamers Twitter account the other day with Chris Pratt, talking about his Mario voice, and please share that. This is a very interesting thing that Chris Pratt said. Now, I've been kind of avoiding a lot of the marketing in the last couple of weeks over the Mario movie, because obviously I'm very hyped for that. You guys know I've been predicting this movie is going to make $1 billion. I've been saying over and over again that this movie is going to make $1 billion, and I stand by that. Osmora becomes a member. Thank you, Osmora. Now, I don't know if Chris Pratt has said this before in an interview or not, but he said something very interesting towards the end of this interview, and it leads right into what I've been saying. If this movie is a success, listen to what Chris Pratt says.
So you guys have kind of poked fun at this. The voices. When the trailer came out, everyone was like, "Why don't they sound more Italian?" But I think the movie handles it in such a great way. So what do you say to the people who are saying they need to sound more Italian?
I come watch the movie. Go watch the movie, and then we can talk. I really think that, like, once you see the movie, and you know what, and in all honesty, I think you probably need to watch it twice. I think that in all honesty, the answer though is that this is a passionate fan base, and it makes sense. Like, I understand, I'm part of it. This is the soundtrack to your youth. Yeah. And you don't want someone to come along and cynically kind of destroy it as a cash grab with the movie. I fully understand that. You do not want that to happen. And there were so many hearts and souls and minds dedicated to making sure that didn't happen. And you saw the movie. It's really honors the video game. It honors the world of Mario, and is very promising as to like what we could expect over the next 10 years, like an entire universe of these types of movies. They're super nostalgic.
You hear that? Back that up, because there's a lot to talk about with this interview, but back at that part where he says the next 10 years. Listen to what he says.
Of Mario and is very promising as to like what we could expect over the next 10 years, like an
Keep going. Keep going.
entire universe of these types of movies. They're super nostalgic. They're really fun. It's Illumination, so they know what they're doing, and it's great because I mean, if you, especially for me now that I have kids, like I have to see every animated movie whether it's good or not. So
My
I'm
God,
really
same.
grateful when a great animated movie comes out, and
Yeah.
that's what it is. So thankfully, and hopefully there'll be more.
So you guys,
Hell yeah. So, perfect answer from Chris Pratt. You can stop sharing now. Perfect answer from Chris Pratt. He gets it. Listen to how he answered that. He said, like, fans are passionate. Totally understand that. You don't want to see somebody come in here and just do a cash grab and ruin your favorite property. He gets it. He understands it. That gives me so much confidence for this movie. But what he said towards the end, that this could lead to the next 10 years of a universe. What have I been saying from the moment that I started? Like, so my path with this Mario movie has been, when it was first announced, I said, I don't care. I remember talking to Krista. Because Krista's been excited ever since the announcement. And I said, she was so excited for it. I'm like, I don't care. Like, what are they going to do with the Mario movie? What story are you going to tell with the Mario movie? I have no idea. And as we've obviously gotten, the poster was fantastic. So that really got me excited. But then the first trailer, amazing. I know we had the Peach Skywalker moment that had me concerned, and I stand by those concerns at the time. But ultimately now, with all the other stuff I've seen from this movie, I'm 100% not worried about that anymore. Chris Pratt, I think he's going to make a great Mario. I think the cast is awesome. And right now, the momentum is there for this movie to take it to another level. As I said on this channel just a day or two ago, this movie, there's an opportunity right now with what Disney has left the market completely open. Disney has left the door wide open for a family-friendly film that has iconic characters or recognizable characters that families would love to go just see a movie that's not pushing propaganda. And that's exactly what this film seems to be doing. And I think this is going to be special and open up the door for a Nintendo Cinematic Universe. A Legend of Zelda movie, which, by the way, I know we got Breath of the Wild footage. Tears of the Kingdom footage today, which is a sequel to Breath of the Wild. 10 minutes. I'm going to check that out as soon as this is over. That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. But could you imagine Star Fox? Could you imagine a Star Fox animated movie? Come on. Could you imagine that? Like, and by the way, because you got Luma in this Mario movie, so I know for a fact, like, Rosalina's probably going to show up, and it's going to tie into Mario Galaxy, which is going to be awesome. We've already heard that there's teases of Mario Galaxy music, Gusty Garden Galaxy. We've heard that. So, man, I'm 100% on board with this. 100% on board. By the way, chat, are we having the same problem yesterday that Cobra Cast was having, or is this actually showing up? I'm curious about that. Let me see if I didn't get a notification today. Yeah, I didn't get a notification. So, like, last night, Cobra Cast was just showing up as it was just showing up as upcoming. So it is showing up. All right. It says I'm live. Okay, so no problem here. Perfect. All right. I did not get a notification, so we may be out of notifications. So perfect. All right. So a lot of people got notifications. So it seems like this stream's working good. Perfect. All right. Just want to make sure. Krista wants a Kirby movie. Yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless. They're endless. We could get a Smash Bros. Movie. We could get a full-on Mario Kart movie. We could get all types of things, man. Like, this right here could be the start of something special. And, we will see. We will see how it all works out. So we're live. Okay, perfect. Let's see. We've got a couple of super chats. Crispy Leg Transport. What game and system is on the screen behind you? So, depends on what screen you're talking about. Are you talking about this one? That would be the PS1, and that would be Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross is the follow-up to Chrono Trigger. Most people know Chrono Trigger from the Super Nintendo. That's Chrono Cross. That's the opening cinematic. And the soundtrack on Chrono Cross is amazing. Chrono Cross to me isn't quite as good as Chrono Trigger, but there is something special about that game because it flew under the radar because Chrono Cross is a legendary game. Like, you can't find Chrono Cross at a retro game store for like less than $100 right now. And that's out of the box. Go try to find it in the box. It's insane. So Chrono Trigger is a legendary game. Chrono Cross is awesome, though, as well. Not as good as Chrono Trigger, but it also does not get discussed. We also recently had a remake or a remaster of Chrono Cross that I bought but did not play. Apparently, there was a lot of problems with it. But yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game. Behind over here is just my Xbox Series X, I think, or SS. I can't remember. Whatever it is. But yeah, so I'm in Pensacola right now. For those of you that are curious, yes, I'm back and forth between Pensacola and Orlando. So I am here in Pensacola in the old school setup, and we're going old school with a solo Jeremy stream. Ryan not feeling well today, so that's why he's not here. Mad Dog Gamer, Metroid movie, please, bro. If we got an animated Metroid movie, I don't know what type of numbers an animated Metroid movie would do. I think it would be phenomenal, but it is what it is. Metroid, Metroid Dread is probably my favorite Switch game outside of Mario Kart for obvious reasons, but like Metroid Dread is arguably my favorite Metroid game. I don't know how many people have played Metroid Dread, but Metroid Dread is phenomenal. One of the best games I've ever played, and I loved it. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the gameplay. It brought me back to Super Metroid. I prefer the 2D side scrollers over the 3D Metroid Prime games. Not to say there's anything wrong with the Metroid Prime games because they're amazing, but I like the 2D side scrollers. But Dread is so good. Now, as much as I love Dread and as much as I love Metroid doesn't turn the needle like a lot of games does. I think it sold like 3 million copies, which is that's a good number, but when you compare stuff like Splatoon and Mario Odyssey and Zelda and Mario Kart, the numbers for Dread are just not there. So I don't know if a Metroid movie could actually carry a box office and carry a movie, but I guess time will tell. I would love to see it. I just don't know if they can justify it. Blue Eyed Scorpio. Jeremy, why are you popping up and interrupting my work day? What's up, Blue Eyes Scorpio? Mage Demon, is that a real interview? It looked like a spoof of an interview with celebrities, Tropic Thunder intro style. But if that's Chris, I'm sold for sure. Yes, that was a real interview. And Chris Pratt's awesome. And that was a perfect answer. And that should make everybody feel comfortable about what we are getting right now. KL says, watch all the toad creatures get turned into the next minions by Illumination. God, I'd hate that. I mean, you do have like Treasure Tracker, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. There's probably an opportunity for that, to be honest with you. I don't think that's a bad idea, to be honest. I really don't. Michael Cornwall says, speaking of Star Fox, please watch A Fox in Space. Is it on YouTube? I'll check that out. Scott McKenzie, member message. Greetings to the chat. Y'all rock. Keep the great memberships gifts rolling. Thank you, Scott McKenzie. Scott McKenzie's great. Scott McKenzie's always sending me stuff over on Twitter, especially for my D-Day Cobra channel. So shout out to you, sir. I appreciate you. Yeah, the gifted memberships have been insane lately on this channel and on D-Day Cobra. I don't know what has happened in the last few months, but the support for Geeks and Gamers has gone through the roof, and I really do appreciate it. Vinyl Morpheus says, worst film, Last Jedi versus Rise of Skywalker. I feel that like Jedi makes me more angry, but Rise is more pathetic film. Ryan had a vision, a terrible vision. Rise is a damage control corporate turd, pathetic. So you're asking me what's the worst film, The Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker? I've answered this in the past, and I will just say what I've said in the past. Shockingly, I think Rise of Skywalker is the worst movie. I think Rise of Skywalker is the worst movie. It's fucking bad, dude. Like, I don't think that we fully have appreciated how bad Rise of Skywalker is. Like, it is really bad. Now, The Last Jedi probably did more damage to Star Wars, but that was circumstantial. But if you're just talking film to film, Rise of Skywalker is one of the worst films I have ever seen. And that's taking a step back. Taking a step back and just looking at it for what it is. Rise of Skywalker is bad. Really bad, like Batman and Robin level bad. In fact, Batman and Robin is significantly better than The Rise of Skywalker. But I think that Star Wars was in such a bad place that there was no enthusiasm going into that movie anyway. And a lot of people were like, this is not going to be good. Whereas, like, everything in life is about expectations, And so when you have higher expectations, which a lot of people, myself included, had high expectations for the Last Jedi. And so when you get down off that high and you realize, oh man, the Last Jedi was bad, and you had all these high expectations, then it's going to hurt worse. So we went into Rise of Skywalker with low expectations, and it still managed to surpass those low expectations. So I think Rise of Skywalker is the worst film easily. And we got five more gifted memberships from Scott McKenzie. Thank you, Scott McKenzie. I appreciate you. Let's see. Oh, that's a good one too, Adam. That's a good one. Got to be honest, Jeremy. I think Kenobi is the worst thing ever made by Lucasfilm. That's a good question for the chat. What is the single worst thing made by Lucasfilm? What is the single worst thing? That is a great question that I don't know the answer to. So I mean, context is important to this. I think Kenobi might be the worst. Is Kenobi the single worst thing that Lucasfilm has made? Kenobi's pretty bad. I kind of think it is Kenobi. I think it's Kenobi, then Rise of Skywalker. If I'm judging on that, if I'm judging shows and everything. Now, I didn't see the Book of Boba Fett, so I can't speak to that. So I don't know about that one. But yeah, Kenobi was awful. And what was worse about Kenobi is that you intertwined into an era that so many people directly wanted to see. They wanted to see Hayden Christensen get his redemption arc. They wanted to see Ewan McGregor return in that role. And that's what we got. It's really bad. You know what else is really bad is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is facing so many problems right now. They have the firing of Victoria Alonso. You have Jonathan Majors with his charge and arrest for what we're assuming he has some type of domestic disturbance. And there's so many problems that is going to bring to the table. So what is Marvel deciding to do? They want to bring us a brand new announcement. Secret Invasion finally gets a Disney Plus release date. Wow, interesting timing there, Marvel. Interesting timing. It's almost like you're trying to distract from what's going on. It's been a long wait to find out when Secret Invasion will finally arrive on Disney Plus, but a premiere date for the show has now been announced. The Samuel L. Jackson-led series has been receiving radio silence as to when it will actually arrive on the platform, despite being slated for spring of 2023 release for some time. Now it appears that the time frame will still stand, but only just. While there have been many issues behind the scenes for Marvel Studios recently, from VFX artists' complaints about working conditions, the firing of Victoria Alonso, various rumors and projects being delayed, it seems that Secret Invasion is going to make its spring 2023 debut on June 21st. Wow. Pretty good timing. Secret Invasion will seemingly pick up from the post-credit scene of Spider-Man Far From Home, which revealed Nick Fury to be working off-world. Oh, wow. I'm so excited about all of this. I'm so excited that we're finally getting a release date for Secret Invasion. And this is meant to move you away from everything going on. We don't need to go into the details of it. You guys can stop sharing. So that is a distraction right there. Now, Marvel really wants these stories to go away. They want all of these disastrous stories, all of these, like the Victoria Alonso story. They want the Jonathan Major story to go away. They want all of this stuff to go away. So they are coming out with their latest distraction. The problem is I don't think enough people care. This universe has a disease. It's called social justice. This universe has a bad disease, and Marvel cannot, this is not going to land like they wanted it to. They hope by making this announcement that you would go, oh, wow, Secret Invasion, yay. No one cares. No, this is where Star Wars is at. When you listen to the fans, good things happen. When you ignore the fans, bad things happen. yes, for a long time, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been the standard. And you moved away from that standard right before Endgame started. But you could tell that they were really prepping for this. Now, you still had the momentum of everything, and Endgame turned out to be a massive success. I tend to like Endgame a lot more than it seems like a lot of people in our space likes. I liked Endgame. I enjoyed the hell out of Endgame. Do I think there's problems? Yes. I don't think it's as good as Infinity War, but I enjoyed Endgame. I liked it a lot. But the things that they were doing, like there was no reason for Brie Larson to be in Endgame. There was no reason for her to be in Endgame at all. Not one single reason. And then you had, the whole whammon scene in Endgame. So that the pieces were starting to fall into place as to where they were moving with this universe moving forward. The pieces were falling into place. And so now you can make whatever announcements you want. It doesn't matter. Like, people are checked out on these Disney Plus shows. Like, if you take Friday Night Tights out of the equation, I would never have watched any of these Disney Plus shows. Never. Now, I have fun roasting those shows with my friends over on Friday Night Tights. It's really fun for us. I think it's fun for the audience. I think many of you would rather see us roast these shows and for you have to sit through them. I think like Disbrew's doing a fantastic job of that and other people, but I have no interest on a fan level. And that goes back to where, like I talked about, the Marvel Netflix shows were great. The only one I really didn't like was Jessica Jones. And I still thought David Tennant was really good in that, but that's the only one I really didn't like. Like I didn't hate Iron Fist as much as and mainly not. I thought Danny Rand was terrible. He was awful, probably the worst acting in any Marvel property period. But Colleen Wing was awesome in Iron Fist. But I enjoyed that series to some extent. Obviously, the Daredevil series was great. Punisher season 1 was awesome. I liked the first half of Luke Cage. And I don't know. Like, am on the wrong side of this whole Jessica Jones thing? I didn't like Jessica Jones. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of that at all. But the first half of Luke Cage, I thought was really good. So there was a lot of good Marvel Netflix shows, but for me, when you start, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not as in touch with the Disney Plus side of things as I should be. They don't put rated R stuff on Disney Plus, right? They don't put mature content on Disney Plus. Am I correct about that? And by the way, we just got a 50. We got a 50 from Disco Cobra. Sup, Jeremy? I'm seeing the original Resident Evil remake on the screen behind you. You planning on playing Resident Evil 4 remake, or are you not into it as much? I still need to start on it. I've been watching a few streams of it. It looks great. So Beardo, Fear the Beardo, has been playing that, and I think he's going to have a review for us very soon here on the main channel for Resident Evil 4 Remake. I have purchased the game, so when I get back to Orlando, I'm planning on playing that game. I love Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games of all time, so I'm really looking forward to this remake and seeing how it goes. So yes, I am interested for sure. Teeny Bopper, June 21st is the first day of summer. That's right. Disco Cobra, thank you for the 50. I appreciate you, man. Let's see. So rated R stuff is only available in the US. Okay, yeah. What did you guys say on that one? Okay. They added rated R content. Okay. So they did have some. So I know like that was a big part of it at first where they were saying that at first I remember them saying they weren't going to have that, but I guess they made a change to that. But ultimately doesn't matter. It's not good. Hey, look, it's the newest member of the Rippaverse team right there, Carolyn. Everyone congratulate her on being hired by the Rippaverse. Shout out to her. That was awesome news. And I'm sure me and Rippa and the crew are going to talk about this tonight on Tuesday night's main event. So shout out to her. That's really cool. And man, you got to love it. Yeah, you love to see what's going on with the Rippaverse. And yeah, chat saying hello to her. So GG's to the chat. That's good stuff right there. Yeah, it's awesome to see that, man. It really is. Very, very cool. And Mage Demon has dropped 10 more gifted memberships. Mage Demon has lost his mind, and I am okay with that. Mage Demon has dropped like I think we're over 200 in the past day. Okay? Over 200. That's crazy. I can't even wrap my head around that. So thank you so much. Really appreciate you, Mage Demon, and appreciate everybody here. Obviously, we hope Ryan gets to feeling better. I don't know if he's still here. Ryan, are you going to be on Tuesday night's main event tonight? We need you reading super chats. We need Jay laughing at your reading of super chats. So it'd be nice if you're there. Swig of water for the working man. Let's see. Mage Demon is chasing after Corn Pop's top spot. I don't know if anybody can replace Corn Pop. Mage Demon is K-Biz confirmed. Ryan was overwhelmed by Mage Demon's donations. We need Ryan to say titty smacker. I love how the chat's just memeing the hell out of him. Corn Pop is a weird dude. Look at that. Carolyn says, chat, you're beautiful. Some of you are. Some of you are. No, chat is the MVP as always. We know that. Let's see. Jeremy, you need to spring for the content house, masseuse, and chiropractor to keep doing all of these streams. I've been doing a lot of streams, man. I've been streaming a lot lately. By the way, you guys should go over to Geeks and Gamers Clips and look at the happy birthday to Krista video, that the vlog. So we are doing more vlogs, and I want you guys to keep your eyes out for that, because the vlogs are going to be very important for what we're doing moving forward. And right now we're putting so much content on this channel, and I wanted to originally do the more vlogs on this channel as well, but Clips may be the home for the vlogs. It may have to be the home for it. And by the way, I did talk to my chat last night over on D-Day Cobra. I am strongly considering renaming the Geeks and Gamers live channel, which is a channel we don't do a lot with, and I'm going to make that D-Day Cobra Gaming, I think. And I think instead of like focusing on Twitch, I'll still be on Twitch, but I'll probably just multi-stream. So I'll multi-stream from YouTube and from Twitch, because so many of the people that watch Cobra Cast just don't want to watch Twitch. They don't have a Twitch account. So shockingly, I know I'm listening to my audience, something Hollywood knows nothing about. But so I might just do that, because that channel's really, we're not doing a whole lot with that channel. So we'll probably do that. We'll probably rename that one to D-Day Cobra Gaming, and I'll do my gaming streams over there after Cobra Cast, yada, yada, yada. So YouTube greater than Twitch, says Broba Fett. Yeah, I hear you on that. Let's see. Rename it to Jeremy Plays Fortnite Nonstop. Hey, man, I love me some Fortnite. Love me some Fortnite. But as people asked me in the chat last night, like, hey, are you gonna play some different games? I'm like, I'll play whatever you guys want me to. The reason I started playing Fortnite was just out of curiosity for no build. But the audience is the reason I kept going back to it. The audience enjoyed watching us play Fortnite, so that's why we played it. It was pulling better numbers than Splatoon 2 was, and so that's why we continued to play it. So the audience determines everything. I work for you. We all work for you. Everybody on this team works for you, and so when you guys respond to what we're doing, then we try to give you more of that. So that's really it. NPC says, no build saved the sinking ship that was Fortnite. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's... I don't know if Fortnite was failing before then. I don't know. I had literally no interest in this game when the building aspect was there. And I'm telling you, if they took no build out of Fortnite tomorrow, I'll never play it again. I will not play the building aspect of that game. I hate the building aspect of that game. I despise everything about it. It's terrible. So I wouldn't play it if they did that. If they took no build out and just went back to regular build, I'll never play Fortnite again. I'll be done. It'd be a hard stop right there. I'm trying to read the chat a little bit. Kizzy says, for Father's Day, I want to get my man a PC that he doesn't have to worry. Hang on. Okay, here we go. For Father's Day, I want to get my man a PC that he doesn't have to worry if it will carry the load of the game. I don't know what I'm doing. Please help. I have a perfect answer for you, Kizzy. That answer would be Meta PCs. That's right. That's an amazing, that's a great segue for real, though. No bullshit, though. So Meta PCs sent us 4 different rigs for the Geeks and Gamers HQ, and they have been phenomenal. I know they helped out the Rippaverse. I know that they've sent Ryan a computer, and he's obviously been pushing Meta PCs to quartering. I have been so happy. They have built-in capture cards, so everything about it is working. It's working. So go to Meta PCs, and I promise you, they have people there that can answer your questions and everything. So if you go over there and use the promo code GEEKS, GEEKS, they can help you all the way through it. They can answer your questions. Let them know Geeks and Gamers sent you, and they'll give you even a little bit more attention, maybe. But that's that was a good segue. Was that Ryan? Was that Ryan that sent that super chat? Or was it Krista? Was it Krista? Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. But no, seriously, I mean, in all seriousness, when you guys know, like I'm like any other YouTuber with a decent following. I get emails every day. I get emails every day with sponsorship opportunities. I've had companies offer me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just to promote their stuff. I have not ever taken any true sponsorship until this situation with Meta PCs, and it's because, like, Zach came out to our Vegas meetup last year. I met him. He's awesome. You know what I mean? They're solid people. And, so at some point in time, you finally run into some good people. And I do believe that they are genuinely good people, and they like us. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And so I'm really excited about that. So why don't you share the Twitter Meta PCs link really quick, so I can put it here on screen, girls. And one other thing before we go, MegaCon, ladies and gentlemen, we will be at MegaCon this weekend in Orlando, Florida. The whole crew is going to be there. Ryan will be there. Jay will be there. Krista will be there. Steph will be there. So many people. Drunk 3PO, Rolo, Joe, the whole crew, everybody here in town. It's going to be awesome. So I hope you guys will come out to MegaCon Orlando and our panel on Saturday and join us. But there is the Meta PCs link right there. Look at that rig, man. Like, look at that rig. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And let's see. Oh, you met us at MegaCon in 2022? That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. I think Geeks and Gamers, I think a Geeks and Gamers WWE tourney with someone like Stuttering Craig announcing would be great. Hey, I've talked to him about that, okay? I've talked to him a little bit about that, about doing some stuff with us like that. I think that would be cool. We got Mage Demon for 5 more. 5 more gifted memberships. Mage Demon also for 2 says, wait, I just heard Ryan's gay. He's going to catch them all. Disco Cobra for 20. I know you may not want to touch the Nashville stuff. Most people are getting suppressed when talking about it. Pretty crazy stuff. I talked about it. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. I talked about it last night. And that stream, I mean, again, so I know there was a lot of people dealing with the problem I dealt with, but like, the views were down significantly for Cobra Cast last night compared to where it normally is. So I don't know what happened with that, but I talked about it. I was very uncomfortable talking about it, and it's not because of YouTube. I don't give a shit about that. But I watched the security footage, at least a little bit that was released, and it just breaks my heart, man. It rips me apart to watch that stuff, especially seeing, like, knowing that there are veterans in this country that could have a armed security job right now, but we're too busy sending money over to foreign countries. And we have people in this country that we could be protecting our children. I know this is not the show for that, but it's really fucking important to kind of talk about this stuff. And so I did talk about this on Cobra Cast last night, but the whole, like, it's a private school, a private Christian school. Kids lost their lives. It's really gotten me fucked up. It's depressing, and there's no substitute for a good guy with a gun. That's just the bottom line. A good guy with a gun will offset so much. And yeah, it's sad, man. It's really sad. My heart is broken for those families, and as I said, it affects everybody. It affects every single person, with a family, kids, whatever. I mean, I don't know how anybody can just look at this and not see the severity of the situation. So it's really ugly. It's really ugly. So my heart goes out to all of the people affected for sure. Kizzy, I have the site open, but there's so many options for someone who doesn't know anything about PCs. I'll definitely use Geeks. Which is your favorite? So let's get that site open. Open up the site and let's go through it. And they do have a little questionnaire there though on the site. So if you should be able to ask them directly. So again, they have all the options right there. And you want to obviously, let's see. So like right there in the bottom corner, see the chat with us. They will help you out right there. So if you just tell them like, hey, I want to get my guy a mega gaming PC. They're going to get you set up with the right graphics card. They're going to get you whatever you can get to handle it. And you can use that promo code for whatever. It doesn't have to be the Geeks and Gamers version or the, the themed one or anything like that, but they're going to get you set up. But you can spend a lot of money. It just depends on how, I don't know what your budget is. I would need to know what your budget is. I mean, like my computer that I normally stream with, my computer is like a $4,000 computer. You know what I mean? And so I've got like, I don't have a Dan Vast graphics card in mine, but mine's pretty badass. But yeah, they'll help you out. All the questions, explain to them what your budget is, explain to them what exactly you're looking for, and they will point you in the right direction. So, and that, look at that sexy ass page. It just looks good. It just looks good. Let's see. Mage Demon, 10 more. Mage Demon sends 10 more. 10 more. Gung Ho Max says, Mage Demon has no budget. Mage Demon, hail to the chat. Purple monkey dishwasher. Sophie says on that, check the news in Peru today. Small square P12. No mention of you know what. Anyway, hail Geeks and Gamers and welcome Kara Lynn. Right back at you. Yeah, I'm really, oh, and by the way, I do believe we have there's double off on that promo code if I'm not mistaken right now. So that's super cool. Where we at? Hail Geeks and Gamers. I've already pre-ordered my tickets for the Mario movie in IMAX. Hopefully it's really good. Also, when's the next Bragging Rights stream? Yeah, I mean, Bragging Rights has been completely thrown out of whack just because of me being back and forth between Orlando and, Pensacola. But I'll just say I have something in the works with me and Dan. That's all I can say right now. We got something in the works where you're going to be seeing me and Dan on a certain type of gaming show in the next month, hopefully. So I'll keep you guys posted. We're working on it. Me and Dan are working out the details right now. Swig of water for the working man. All right, so that's going to be a wrap for today's Geeks and Gamers Daily. I hope that Ryan gets to feeling better because I need him tonight for Tuesday night's main event. We got a big show tonight. We got Jake the Viking. Jake the Viking will be there tonight, and it's going to be awesome. And let's see. Kara says they need to bully me into playing Conan with the group. I know you guys. So have you been playing with like all those guys on that? I've been seeing like Az and X-Ray Girl and all of that. So let's see. He needs Ryan tonight. Oh, God damn it. Oh, you know Jake, Kara? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Jake was actually at Universal Studios yesterday with the team. So with the crew, the park hopping crew. Yeah, Jake's awesome. And he's got his upcoming fight. So we're going to talk about that tonight. So, all right, guys. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Krista. Shout out to Steph, the ladies. Ladies, want to say bye before we wrap it up?
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out this morning.
We still have that morning voice,
I know.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And then Mage Demon. Wait, just kidding. Mage Demon has lost it. Like,
Thank
I
you,
don't.
Mage Demon.
Mage Demon
Yeah,
has
we
lost
appreciate
it.
it.
And let's see. I think that we're caught up on everything. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll see you for Tuesday night's main event tonight here on the Geeks and Gamers channel. Mage Demon.
There he goes again. Let's
Mage
go.
Demon.
Let's
Just
go.
dropped 10 more gifted
Dang.
memberships.
We'll be back tonight. And also, I want to give a shout out because at 6 p.m. Eastern, Park Hoppin' will be going live. We're going to be doing a panel. So I'll be on there. Jay will be on there. And who knows who else. Check us out. I don't know what I'm saying, but thank you.
Okay.
Also, don't forget to go to Geeks and Gamers Clips and check out the latest vlog that's been uploaded. It's Chris's
Yep.
birthday vlog.
It is good. It's a really good vlog. I watched it last night. Great job on that one, Steph and Krista. And the end was pretty cool. I didn't realize how emotional Krista got. So she had a great birthday, and the crew was really great for her. So it was nice to see. This is basically Krista's reaction.
I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. What just happened?
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you chat. Oh shit, we got more super chats. Ear Elephant. You can only keep one. Bree versus Ryan. Bonus round. Jay versus Bree. As much money as Ryan's made me, Bree has made me more money. So, and then the bonus round is Jay versus Bree. So I think I got to keep Bree. Bree's made me more money. So yeah, we're going to keep Bree. Sorry guys, you're out. So, I mean, Ryan would trade in me for Bree too. So Mage Demon.
Oh my gosh.
Mage Demon.
Mage Demon for 5 more. We're over 50. We're
Let's
over
go.
50 gifted memberships. Mage Demon. Dude.
We need a Beardo to say 50. 50.
50.
I don't do it.
Hang on. I know Fetterlump just said something that was funny. Where's it at? Find it. There it is. Mage Demon is giftfully assaulting people. Keeps in a super chat as the stream keeps going. We got Tuesday night's main event. Save some of the energy for Tuesday night's main event. They'll spend all your money here. Tuesday night's main event. Don't you want to hear Ryan reading and Jay laughing? I mean, come on. That's part of it. But anyway, all right, we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. Mage Demon. WG!
Look at that.
WG! 10 gifted memberships.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, man. You guys are amazing. I don't know why. Like when me and Ryan decided to do this daily show, I was like, nobody's gonna show up for this, man. You know, like because we haven't announced it, we haven't promoted it, and these streams have been crushing it. And between this and Cobra Cast, look, when I did the whole Orlando deal, like I had no idea what I was getting into. I was like, what's going on? What are we doing? Can we do this? Can we afford this? Mage Demon just dropped 5 more. What is happening?
Whoa.
What is happening?
The whole chat's going to be green soon.
That's pretty much what D-Day Cobra's like at this point after that one stream. Now it's like, I don't even... Mage Demon's doing this intentionally to keep the stream going. That's what he's doing. And so is WG. And people are saying stop it, but in reality, they don't want that. So swig of water for the working man. Swig of water for Mage Demon. Swig of water for WG. Swig of water for everybody in the chat. The grift never ends. That's right. I mean, of course not. Look at all those gifted memberships, though. Mage Demon, why the hell not? Happy birthday, Krista.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yay, me.
Sophie says Hayden's gonna have to step his game up. I haven't seen Hayden in a few days. I hope Hayden's doing okay. So I haven't seen Hayden in a few days. So maybe Hayden's taking it easy for a few days. Meek. Krista, how do you come up with these weird names for people?
I don't know. I don't like the name Mike. I say Meek.
Mage Demon just dropped 5 more gifted memberships. All right, we got to end it now. Mage
Whoa.
Demon is trying. Mage Demon is trying. Last time, you know what happened last time? I took us off screen. I was about to hit end stream. Mage Demon drops 20 gifted memberships. All right. And then I got to pop back in. So we're going to end it here. All right. We're going to end it here. I appreciate all of you. Tuesday night's main event is tonight. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tonight for a banger of Tuesday night's main event. And we will talk to all of you later. Good night,
Bye,
everyone.
Bye.
I was waiting. I knew you were going to do it.
knew
I
it.
knew you were going to do it. I knew it, Mage Demon. I knew it. I knew it.
You were really waiting. Oh my gosh.
I was waiting. I knew it.
I was like, how come it's not ending?
Oh, man. I knew it. I got you, Mage Demon. 20 more.
Let's
Holy
go.
crap. Krista, you got a lot of emojis to make, it looks like.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How many more emojis can you make now with all these gifted memberships?
I'm going to have to check it out. Thank you so
Krista's
much.
going to be busy with emojis
Yeah.
now. I love it. Better call this Tuesday night's main event already, says Marco. Yeah, I heard that. All right. Seriously, thank you, Mage Demon. I knew you're going to do that. I appreciate you, buddy. All right. So for Krista, for Steph, for Ryan, for everybody involved, thank you guys so much. We'll see you for Tuesday night's main event. Love you all. Shout out to you, Mage Demon.
Gunho Mac sent a super chat for $5. Said this stream will never end.
What's up, Gungo Mac? Oh, man. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night, and we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.